Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is the eyes. So the first thing I did, I just put concealer and I set it. And so now I'm going to take that same mauve-y lip color that I use for my cheeks and just pat it onto my eyes with my finger. There's no precision to this. It's just kind of to give some dimension. So I will do this. I'll tell you that I don't think there's any sort of like base or eyes or anything. I mean base or eyebrows that you need to do to be vampy. But I think that straight brows tend to do better with these kinds of looks. Like you can see my brow doesn't have much of an arch to it. And that more purpley undertoned blushes work better just to add to that sort of aesthetic. And so now I'm patting this color under my eyes as well, just a bit. And that gives a little bit of dimension. And then so we're gonna set that with, I'm going into the Tarte Fairy Dust palette. I'm grabbing Myth on a fluffy brush. That is dirty, forgive me. And I'm just gonna brush that all over where I put this pigment. And then with that same brush, we're gonna go into the Blood Sugar palette. I'm gonna dip into Ouch, which is like a caramelly brown sort of color, and blend that into my crease. And with these sorts of looks, I think that keeping it circular. Some people like more winged and sharp vampy looks, but I think that it's more classic to go circular. And it just gives more like dead sort of, you know what I mean? Probably don't. But it makes your eyes more shallow, like set, deep set, and sollow. That was the word I was looking for. Okay, now we're gonna dip into Cake Mix, and I'm just gonna go around the edges, sort of blend that out. And Cake Mix is very close to my skin tone, but it's more pinky, and so I use this a lot to blend out my edges. Okay, so then after that, I'm gonna dip into Extraction, which is the darkest color we're gonna use, and I'm going to blend that into my crease, just ever so slightly. And then blend it under my eyes, just a bit. And so with that, basically done there, and then so now we're gonna go under our eyes. And for that, I'm gonna use a pencil brush, and I'm gonna go into Ouch, blend that underneath. Then we're gonna dip into Intravenous, which is a very dark brown. Again, blend it underneath. Very close to the lash line this time. Then we're gonna go into the darkest shade in the palette, which is Coma. It's very purpley. I'm gonna dip into that and blend it out under. So I think that that's that. And then so now we're gonna get into eyeliner, which is very crucial in these kinds of looks, I find. So I'm gonna go with a NYX pencil, and we're gonna put that into our waterline pretty heavily. It's okay if it gets under the eye. It's actually better if it gets under the eye a bit. And then we're going to tightline a bit. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Alright. Now we're going to take a very thin, fine brushed liquid liner, and I'm going to take and make a small wing. We're going to take that black and put it under our eyes. And then make that wing a little more extended so that it does that. And then we're just going to go ahead and line the rest of the eye, which I might do with something thicker, I don't know yet. Okay, I'm gonna spare you my other eye and I'll be back when it's done. Alrighty, so I finished my wing and I did a little, I curled my lashes and put on a little bit of mascara, which I use Last Blast Volume from CoverGirl. And I really like this formula, works really well. So now we're gonna move on to lips. And so I'm gonna take this MAC Studio lipstick in red. It doesn't say the shade name, but it is a red color. And I'm going to make sure that my Cupid's bow is pretty visible, because sometimes with my other looks I'll draw over it to make my lips appear more round. And today we're not gonna do that. And so I'm not putting lipstick on the most extreme part of my lip line, and actually just taking it kind of down into the outer corner of my mouth. I feel like lip shape is pretty important here. And then I'm just gonna normally fill in my bottom lip. Okay, and then we're gonna take a bit on the very tip of the applicator. And sort of point out that lipstick. Okay, so now we look red but not bitten. So I'm gonna take a flat packing brush and some eyeshadows from this palette. I'm gonna go with Cherry Soda, and I'm gonna pack that on the inner part of the lip. Then we're gonna go with Fresh Meat, which is a very dark red, and I'm going to again pack that at the center. So now we're gonna get into some darker shades. I'm gonna go with Extraction, which is purple. And then Coma, which is an extremely dark purple. I don't feel like this is registering. Let's go in with a fluffy brush instead, maybe. just dipping back into all of those colors. And I'm washing my brushes today, guys, so chill out. Okay, so I got a call in the middle of filming, but that's fine because I needed to cut anyway because my lips weren't doing what I wanted them to do with just the powders. So I actually took a liquid liner and I'm just sort of sketching that around the inside of my mouth. And then blending it with a brush in my finger. I drew sort of a line, which I like. And so now, we've achieved a sort of bitten look, I think, but it is matte and dry. So we are gonna go in with some gloss. And it was in my purse from yesterday, but this is a pinky kind of gloss that I think will complement all of the colors and blend them together. So I'm just gonna pack this one pretty heavy. Not going anywhere today, I'm just filming this video. So practicality. Does it need to be at 100? And don't forget to take that gloss to the corners. Okay, so that is our vampy sort of look. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it came out pretty nice. If you wore this with like all black and maybe like a hat, one of those like wide brimmed hats that you sit on the back of your head, you'd look pretty witchy and vampy. I think that'd be really cool, or like red and black. So there's definitely a lot of style options with this. It is wearable. It's bold, but I think it's wearable. I would wear it out. I have worn it out. I've done this look before. So yeah, it's a bolder look, but I think it's something that you can definitely wear out. A lot of people wear far more bold makeup than this. The eyes are pretty soft in comparison to the lips. So yeah, I might do a video on styling bolder looks like this one day. I think that would be kind of cool. Comment if you want that. So yeah, oh, and I wanted to mention on my space bun for undercut video, I got a significantly larger amount of views than I usually do. And I wanted to thank you guys for that, and anybody who stuck around after that video. That was really cool. I got really happy that like a bunch of people wanted to watch that video. And I know like it wasn't like 1,000 views or anything. I got like 60 views, but usually I get like 13. So it was really cool to me. And I know like bigger YouTubers and channels and things don't really, 58 views is like within 2 minutes to them, but I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to thank you guys for that. So yeah, that's a vampy look. That was me being cheesy, and I'll see you guys next week.